It's the National Football League on E! Sports. And tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the boys and the Dolphins coming up next.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Escapes the defender, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. All bad news. It's 3rd and... From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Being chased out left. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They go play action. Bridgewater rolling to his left. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Dolphins, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touch. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw it. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. That one complete to Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way. Down to the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Let's get it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off inside the 5. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. It's time to win. It's time to win. Mike 14.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Here's Thompson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, a run with Mostert. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Thompson. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 19-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. He's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
After review of the play, the rules on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeremy Sprinkle punching it in from a yard away. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Thompson steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Hey, bring it! Intercept.
Quarterback Charles rolling to his right, and I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember, with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the 2nd half. So, Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime. tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points, because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Steps away, and the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation and figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former Cowboy, Byron Jones. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Now Brian Flores is going to take a chance here as he'll throw the one.
Get ready.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. First down, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. James Washington, 29 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former Cowboy, Byron Jones.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here come the Dolphins. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And going deep for Hill. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. John Jenkins, his second sack of the night. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. To try again after the sack. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 76 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. In today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
We often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long. And managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
The two are going to try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side to Lamb. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Prescott now. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, here's Tua. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Play action now. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And now here's another interception. Picked up, and he lost the football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Bridgewater now from the 50. And going deep for Hill. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Bridgewater here to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 28 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right.
Open net is Waddle complete.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So the red zone score, they'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Another run with Gaskin. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went.